Dear learners, in this lecture we will discuss about basic principles of DC link control. The control of power in a DC link can be achieved through the control of current or voltage. From minimization of loss considerations, it is important to maintain constant voltage in the link and adjust the current to meet the required power. This is the steady-state equivalent circuit of a two-terminal DC link. Consider a steady-state equivalent circuit of a two-terminal DC link as shown in above figure. This is based on an assumption that all the series connected bridges in both poles of a converter station are identical to each other and have some delay angles. Now, equation 1 gives the EDR and equation 2 gives the EDI. EDR is equals to 3 root 2 upon pi NB EVR cos alpha R. Similarly, EDI is equal to 3 root 2 upon pi NB EVI cos VR. Here EVR and EVI are line-to-line voltage in the valve side windings of the rectifier and inverter transformer respectively, and NB are the number of series connected bridges. This is the schematic of a DC link, how DC link is connected. EVI, EI, EVR and ER all are shown here. Equation 3 and equation 4 respectively gives the values of EVR and EVI. Here ER and EI are AC line-to-line voltage of converter, rectifier and inverter side. TR and TI are off nominal tape ratios on rectifier and inverter side. By combining 1, 2 and 3, 4, we get EDR is equal to AR ER divided by TR cos alpha R given in equation 5, and EDI is given as equation 6. Here AR and AI are constants. Here E alpha I is defined in terms of the extinction angle Ri rather than gamma I rather than beta I, the angle of advance in the inverter. E alpha I can also be written as equation number 7 like this, where RCI is given by equation number 8, where RCR is equal to 3 NB upon pi XCR. Here reactance CR and reactance CI are leakage reactances of converter transformers in rectified and inverter station respectively. Steady state current is given in the DC link is given with equation number 9. This is the steady state current. Substituting the equation 5 and 6 equation in equation 9, we get equation 10 like this for the calculations. It is to be noted that the control variables are TR, TI and alpha R, beta I. However, for maintaining safe commutation margin, it is convenient to consider VI as control variable instead of beta I. As the denominator in above equation is small, even small changes in the voltage magnitude ER or EI can result in large changes in the DC current if the control variables are held constant. As the voltage changes can be sudden, it is obvious that manual control of converter angles is not feasible. Hence, direct and fast control of current by varying angles in response to a feedback signal is essential. From consideration given below, it is desirable to have current control at the rectifier station under normal conditions. 1. The first condition is the increase of power in the link is achieved by reducing alpha R, which improves the power factor at the rectifier for higher loading and minimizing the reacting power consumption. Second condition is the inverter can now be operated at minimum angle, thereby minimizing the reactive power consumption at the inverter also. The operation at minimum extinction angle at the inverter and current control at the rectifier results in better voltage regulation than the operation with minimum delay angle at the rectifier and current control at the inverter. The current during line faults are automatically limited with rectifier station in current control. Moving on to the converter control characteristics. The control characteristics of the converter are the plots of the variation of direct voltage against direct current. So these are the characteristics. The control characteristics of both stations are shown in above figure, which shows that DC voltage at the station 2 versus DC current. This is for station 2 and this is for station 1. Each station characteristics has 3 parts as given below. Station 1, station 2, that is AB, HG, minimum alpha, BC, GF, constant current, CD, FE, minimum angle. The intersection of the two characteristics, point A, determines the mode of operation, like this. Station 1 operating as rectifier with constant current control and station 2 operating at constant minimum extinction angle. There can be 3 modes of operation. The link, these are defined below. It is CC at rectifier and CA at inverter operating point A, which is the normal mode of operation. Second one is with slight dip in the AC voltage, the point of intersection dips to C, which implies minimum angle at rectifier and minimum gamma at the inverter. Third, with lower AC voltage at the rectifier, the mode of operation shifts to point B, which implies CC at the inverter with minimum angle at the rectifier. This is the control characteristics for negative current margin. Above figure shows the control characteristics for negative current margin IM, or where the current reference of station 2 is larger than that at station 1. The operating point shifts now to D, which implies power reversal with station 1 now acting as inverter. Operation with minimum CEA control while station 2 operating with CC control. So this finishes your unit number 5.